European Union today warned Greece that it needs to crank up its efforts to cut its debt as global growth slows. The European Commission voiced concerns that Greece could miss its goal to eliminate its budget deficit by 2010. Greece's deficit is amongst the highest in the EU. Eliminating it would help it tackle high prices and a large current account deficit. Greek economy and finance minister Yorgos Alogoskoufis said that things are heading in the right direction.
Well, we have made a big progress in the last few years. The deficit has gone down below 3%. We still have a...
That's your annual deficit, isn't it?
That's our annual deficit.
But your total debt still up at 93%.
And the debt is going down as a percentage of GDP.
Still above 90%.
It's above 90%, but it was above 100% a few years ago. So it's going down.
You've got to get it to 60%.
Yeah, we have to get it to 60% over a number of years. But what is very important is that we get the deficit eliminated, and that's our first priority. We're aiming to do that by 2010. It's not going to be easy, of course, but it was not easy to bring the deficit from 7% to below 3% in the last few years. So we are going to make it. Don't have
How tough are you going to have to be to do this?
Well, we have a very clear plan of expenditure controls, of raising revenue, tackling tax evasion. The plan is working. It has worked in the last few years, and it will continue working. And it's not only that we're bringing the deficit down and the debt down, but we do it in the context of a rapidly growing economy. Growth is very, very high in Greece, above 4% in the last 3 or 4 years, and it's above the Eurozone average, so unemployment is going down. So there are a number of good news as well.
Your predictions are for the growth to stay at 4%, but the European Commission and the OECD both say it's going to be down at about 3.7%. What would that do if you don't hit the 4% growth?
It will not be that important, really. I mean, it's a small difference.
But you won't get the kind of tax returns you need.
3.7% is a great rate of growth for any economy. We think we're going to hit 4%. We have done it in the past, in the face of more conservative estimates and predictions from international organizations.
If you don't think that the growth rate is so important, I mean, obviously growth rate is important, but that small percentage...
It's a small difference, yeah.
But what about then privatization, the privatization program, in terms of what it's going to bring into the government's coffers?
Well,
how important is that?
The privatization program for us is important for growth. It doesn't affect the deficit, because you cannot count privatization revenues in the deficit. We have had a very successful privatization program over the last few years. We have privatized the banking sector almost entirely.
But you've got a lot of opposition now.
We have a lot of opposition, and it's more difficult now because we're moving to utilities, we're moving to more sensitive sectors. But we have a plan which we shall implement this year and in the next 2 years. And I think that the revenue is not as important. What is important is to liberalize the economy, to make those firms operate more efficiently, and to contribute to growth.
Yorgos Alogoskoufis, the Economy and Finance Minister of Greece.